Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Titans Gift Campaign, episode 36. We're your demon host Marty, joined by Levi, Neil, and Matt. How is everyone doing today? We have no Luke. Luke is hanging out with his parents, I think. How's everyone doing? I think we've got the audio situation under control.
Yeah, that's much better now.
Okay, good.
Nice. I'm doing well. Yeah. Got some stuff done today. I got a beard trim.
Some stuff done today.
So I look,
stuff and
I
things.
look like me, but tidier.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's always nice when somebody else trims the beard.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to sit down and have something
Yeah.
shaved properly. Never done that.
Never done the shave. Never trusted anyone with a razor near your neck. No.
Haven't had my cowboy hat on yet. Things are pretty good. It's
So
a
Matt,
different week. I took Friday off. This coming Friday, I'm going to go climb Ptolemy Peak, so that's going to be fun.
Nice.
You guys will recall. Can't even speak. I'm eating my pasta. You guys will recall I wanted to do Ptolemy Peak a couple of weeks ago, and it was all still snowed in, and we haven't done any hikes since then because of all the traveling. So I'm actually looking forward.
Okay. Cool.
Take some pictures.
Yeah, that's going to be the plan. Yeah, that's going to be the plan. How about you, Marty? What are you up to?
My network is finally all kind of set up and put back together. Well, fucking XSplit decided it wanted to update. That's normal. That's par for course, man.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Shut it.
No more dodgy activities.
So I ordered some laundry baskets on Amazon and look what arrived. I didn't look at I looked at the description, laundry basket, and I didn't really pay attention to the dimensions. So when this box arrived with a few other things in it, I was like, what?
I'm curious, what would somebody use that for?
I don't know. If you were a stripper or wore G-strings, maybe you could coil up all of your clothing into a laundry basket like this. I just don't know what I'm going to do with these things. So, yeah,
Put your crayons in
laundry baskets.
You use it for once a year. Wash the clothes on all of the creepy dolls that you keep on there.
Creepy dolls.
We've bought a broom once that had
That's funny.
ended up getting a broom and it's got like a little 2 feet handle. It's like, who's gonna use this? Why would you sell a broom that you gotta be on your knees to use? So yeah, gotta learn that lesson on Amazon, right?
Need help holding a single shirt? We got you. Exactly. It has to be a t-shirt, man, because a sweatshirt, I don't know.
Even a long sleeve would be pushing that.
Yeah,
thing
exactly. It'll hold 1 liter or half a gallon or whatever the fuck the metric to imperial is on that one. Levi, what's going on?
Oh, went and saw some friends down in the old Mukilteo and went to their, we watched some college football together, and then we went down to the Muckfest in Mukilteo, and that night, we didn't give a muck about nothing that night. And then a massive thunderstorm I bought $50 worth of drink tickets. 20 minutes later, a massive thunderstorm came flying into the coastline.
Oh, right.
And they were doing fireworks at the same time. It's like storming. We're under a tent, so we're fine, but it's just pouring.
Oh, yeah.
People are going nuts and having a great time and drinking the cups. Yo, everyone has to leave. Blah. Like, go into the rain where the thunder is? Like, are you kidding me? So I got into a little argument. Anyways, we ended up leaving. And there's a tavern located kind of like by the ferry. It's like very... seafaring, and we all busted into there. And my God, if it wasn't a scene out of a movie, it was like it looked very like a Friday night at a medieval bar. Like so many people in there, people were hanging off of things and drinking and having a good time. I was like, this is amazing. There's like peanuts everywhere. It was a great. Even though that was ruined, it made it even better. So yeah, it was a fun weekend.
Levi's version of medieval tavern is peanuts everywhere.
Peanuts and weird glasses.
Oh, that's funny. Oh.
And lots of different types of people.
Nice. Why don't we do a quick recap of what happened last game? Last game, game 35, we declared was called Damn It, Malbut. The party delves into the dead warrens in search for the missing remains, battling the Mad Darrow and their pets. One of the party meets their grisly end at the hands of the Darrow Necromancer. On the Plateau District, Zephyros attempts to take the Ether Rail to Bostera to no avail. Most of the routes have been barred to civilian traffic by order of the Sovereign Queen. Zephyros bumps into Bukerbeck while on the lines at Grand Station. On his way back to the slough, Zephyros crosses paths with a Bastani fugitive trying to escape from the station guard.
And what an interesting fugitive it is.
Yeah, so you watched the end of that the end of the episode then?
I did, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I did.
Why don't we start off there with Zephyros and how he reacts to what is going on. So to recap, as you were heading down the lift, this is the lift. The north face heads out to the slough, while the south face, in its current configuration, as you're going down the cliff, faces the actual cliff face. Two different doors, depending on whether you're up or down. You had a couple of Turk Guard. These are the these are the Grand Station Guard. The Turk Guard are the ones that specifically guard the trains. So we'll change their name to Grand Station Guard 1, 2, and 3. That are going crazy as a known fugitive is crawling around on the top of the on the top of the lift. They try to fire their crossbows up at her. She simply rolls out of the way, and then she peeks down and she's and looks at Zephyros and goes, "Oh, hi there.
Oh,
You're a fan, right?"
yes, I am.
I think
Who are you?
there are lots of fans in Heshmala. And then the guards have finished reloading their crossbows and fire up at the ceiling. She rolls out of the way again.
Are you from Ishmael? Why are you here? Why are you running away from these guards? Why are you covering behind me?
So give for Zephyros, who grew up in Station in Bostera, the name Heshmala is very exotic. Give me either knowledge religion or a knowledge planes.
Yeah, let me take a look. It's essentially the same thing to me. 1d20 plus 11. 31?
20. Heshmala is, to most people, like saying Shangri-La. It's kind of like a far-off, beautiful place. The significance that it has to the inherited races is that this is thought to be the homeland or the place where a lot of the inherited races were raised by the gods.
So Zephyros is immediately interested in the character that he sees, although he doesn't know why. I mean, he knows why. I mean, it's got nothing to do with her and everything to do with where she's from, I suppose.
Yep. You hear someone from above. You're about a third way down the lift. Arrest that woman! She killed the king!
And these guards are in the lift with us?
Yeah, they're in the lift with you. There are vertical and horizontal slats of metal and wood that allow you to kind of look out of the lift. And the ceiling is also made out of this grid. And she's kind of poking her head in that while the guards are like reloading crossbows and like firing up at her. She's got a lot of cover. One of them has to get lucky, and she seems to be able to scramble from one end of the lift to the other in a very quick manner.
Zephyros turns to these guards and he says, "If one of you touches me with an arrow, you all die."
Stand back, Tusker. This is a fugitive.
Says who?
Says the guard at the top. Stand back. One of them's trying to get you to move back, while the others are reloading their crossbows. I didn't kill a king. You're crazy. That witch is crazy.
Zephyros moves to stand in front of her,
Okay.
sees this attack.
Yeah, she's actually like crawling around on the top.
She's on the top. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. She's
yeah.
on the top, yeah. Sees this attack. Don't you know where this creature is from?
I said stand back.
I said sees the attack.
Give me an intimidate or a diplomacy. Let's say an intimidate.
Okay. So 1d20 plus 5. No.
I
Plus
think.
14.
Yeah, that sounds better.
23.
Look out! The fan's going crazy. and they back away from the fan. They're very frightened of you as you basically growl at them and kind of stomp a little bit. And these three guards want nothing to do with fighting a Tusker in such close quarters, especially one with such a wicked-looking, life-harvesting sign that is on your back, which I believe gives you bonuses to intimidate.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives me a... apologies. It gives me a plus 5.
Oh, you're a mean one, aren't you? She says.
It should have been plus 15, but it's okay. Yeah.
She has a bit of an accent that I'll have to get back into. She's like, you're a mean one, aren't you?
I am.
Kind of a rolling R accent.
I am. But I'm also a gentle giant. Don't tell these guys that.
Sure, she says. Let me check her languages. She might actually know Fant.
Oh, that's possible.
I actually can pick another language. I haven't picked one yet.
She says, you know, I might actually know your language.
You want to give it a try?
You realize that you're in trouble. How aiding a fugitive, you might share in her fate, says one of the brave guards.
I share in many fates, but none that concerns you. The things I do have purpose and meaning in life that you will never understand.
It's very strange. I do not remember learning this language, but I seem to know it. And she trumpets out a few words. Like, hello there, pass the milk. Where is the library?
Okay. I ask her why do they think she killed somebody? But I try and say it in like basic Fant.
Well, 20-sided. Sit on.
There is, it's difficult to describe. I came here, got my bearings. I met the king. Because when you go to a new place, you go to talk to the leaders, don't you?
Right.
So I said, take me to your leader. And the guards took me there, and I spoke to the king, and the king said I was harmless.
And then what happened?
Do not believe her lies, Fant.
But we're speaking in Fant right now, so they don't know.
Oh, okay, sure. So they can see you talking, and they still say, "Don't believe her lies," because it's clear that you guys are chatting.
Zephyros just looks at him and takes a step forward as if he's going to smack him, and then comes back to the conversation.
I left the castle after meeting King Eodred. He seems to have a soft spot for Bastani. She shrugs.
Right. Did I know that she was Bastani before?
Yep. Bastani a little more common than Rakasta.
Do I get a sense that I can trust her?
She seems... It's very odd that she says she doesn't remember learning the language, but knows how to speak it actually quite well.
So Zephyros asks her if she knows whether the king is dead or not, and whether she was there when it happened.
I was in the castle, yes.
Did you see anything strange?
I saw lots of strange things in the castle, she says. But
So
I
then
didn't.
what's your escape plan with these 3 clowns chasing you? Are
Well,
there any others?
when I get to the bottom, you'll see.
Don't you want to come with me? I might have friends who can help out.
Well, first we gotta get you away.
I don't have problem moving around here.
Your kind are not very known for their stealth.
Well, I am not just a big fan, you see. I am a wizard. Or, I wouldn't say it that way because I'm a magus and a wizard, so I am a spellcaster.
I always took your kind as more like warriors. Spellcaster? I think I've known a few of those.
You think so?
I think. She scratches her head a little bit.
Yes, of course.
You seem confused. Are you
This is
okay?
delightful.
Quite confused, actually.
I think you should come with me.
She smiles and pulls her head back. She bobs her head like yes. The guards, like, you glance back at the guards and they were like trying to aim at her again, but then lowered their crossbows.
How intelligent are these guards? Would they just regard magic as being something that they can quantify and understand?
Given the amount of metal that they're wearing, they probably don't know arcane spells. None of them has uttered a single arcane or divine phrase. They've swore a little.
So
If you count that as a curse.
Zephyros, still speaking in Fant, tells her to be quiet, and when the time comes, he will make her invisible.
Okay, she seems to blend into the shadows a little bit now that you've distracted the guards. There's a long, awkward moment as the lift traverses the last half of the rise, and then finally clangs shut.
And then, just before he does it, Zephyros tells her, just make sure you follow me. I'll walk at a slow and steady enough pace for you to keep up.
All right. The door is open. It is not the station guard that control the lower parts of the lift. It is the militia that the slough itself, under the direction of some of the victors at the market square, that have armed men posted at the gates. The Turk guard, there's a fugitive, is what they say as they come running out, and these guards at the bottom don't seem to want to stop Zephyros as Zephyros begins to walk out. In fact, they recognize Zephyros as one of the heroes of the slough who helped kill the spider and resume business between the plateau and the slough.
So would I have known roughly when the elevator was approaching to the bottom?
Yep.
So I would have cast invisibility on Esri just before that happened.
Okay, so your trunk lifts up and there's a spell there. She goes, I hope I'm trusting the right Fant. And
Well,
she
you have to
turns
trust somebody.
She turns invisible. She was kind of hiding. The guards didn't see her at that point. And then you march out.
And then she can sort of just stay in my shadow or stay in my... As Zephyros walks out, he's purposefully walking clumsily as if things are in his way and people are in his way, just to make sure that there's enough room for her to follow and people keep him the distance.
Okay, you hear one of the guards saying, "This is going in my report," and then you turn around, you don't know which guy said it.
And I just said, what's going in your report? That I didn't want you shooting your arrows around me? Go find the fugitive. She's still in the elevator.
Okay, two of them go running into the elevator to have a look. They look confused, while another one is actually climbing the side of the door to the lift to go have a look on top. You felt something fluffy kind of like brush up against your leg. You don't know if it was her tail as she was moving by you or not. A short while later, as you're walking down the street, where are you bringing her?
Well, we're just for now just getting out from the danger, because I know that the invisibility spell will end at some point. So it's just first to safety. So as far away from where I could find guards as possible. I'm not really sure what is in the vicinity that we could move towards, but I know that Zephyros would have something in mind.
So let's go to the map of Grand Station. You guys just took the lifts. You're in the Slewborough Market Square. There's a big open market. Some of the commerce has returned since your battle. You could head to the right, your right, which would be heading into Harrowstone Lane and the Pearl Cantina. You could go to the left, which is the Grey District, which is where you think your companions went. Leatherton's to the south. Pawn Shop and some other shops are off to the south and west.
I would say to go to the Grey District where I think my companions went.
Okay. You enter the Grey District. It is full of ruins. The main landmark in this district is an old and massive crumbling temple of titanic proportions. It looks like long ago it sort of collapsed and fell into the district, perhaps from above. Some of its construction is still visible, while others are just simply blocks or embedded. There are thousands of graves, dozens of mausoleums, a lot of which have been forgotten or are more like public ossuaries or public mausoleums, where the poor of Grand Station have been buried for centuries. You do see some mourners. Actually, some professional mourners, a bunch of old ladies in dark robes doing some laundry outside of a building. They're laughing, but you recognize the mark of a mourner's, part of like a mourner's guild almost. No guards seem to be following you. They did watch which way you went, but the guards seem to be more interested in trying to capture her instead of tangling with you.
So at some point, she's going to become visible again.
Yep.
And at some point, we'll start communicating again, and Zephyros will just tell her that it's her call whether she wants to follow him or not, but she's welcome to follow, and that if there's a problem or if there's a bigger issue at play, the party might be able to help.
Where is this place?
To be honest, I am not sure. My party went this way, and as I know them, they probably ran into trouble somewhere, because I haven't heard from them yet. But we'll soon find out.
What do you do around here?
Well, I'm a Tusker. How much do you know about Tuskers?
I have no idea what that means.
It means I am pretty important to my people. But, as it is, people still want to kill us. As to my party, we,
Do you know the way to Heshmala?
do I know the way to Heshmala?
No, she's just asked you, like, do you know the way to Fairyland? Like, Heshmala is,
Fair enough.
it's a
Fair enough.
Fantasy world.
fantasy world.
Yeah.
It is a fairy tale. It's the place where Fant, became smart. It's
Yes, I know the way. It's in the storybooks. We tell children about it.
Oh, she says. No, I'm pretty sure it's real.
I'm pretty sure it's not. But I'm pretty sure that's not relevant since you can't remember most things.
Well, I can remember some things, just not a lot of things.
Right. How do you know what you remember and what you don't remember if you can't remember?
Well, I see bits and pieces. I'm pretty sure I'm from Heshmala.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somewhere along the line I was something other than a fan. Can't quite prove that now, can I?
Okay. Maybe a baby Fant?
Perhaps, but I don't remember that either.
I need to find the way back there. It's very important. It's why I went to the castle. I figured the best maps would be in the leader's castle. And I did find some maps. This Grand Station Amazing.
Well, just hold on tight to your luggage.
I traveled light, apparently.
You traveled with guards. That's not very light now, is it?
No, they... Well, I may have been snooping through a library that I shouldn't have, that belonged to the king after he died.
So there
But
is a
I-
naughty devil in you somewhere.
But I didn't kill him.
Not intentionally?
Not even intentionally. But I think the queen is looking for a scapegoat.
The Queen's also looking for my party. But we've not gone to see her yet. I suppose we have that in common. The Queen's looking for us, and we're just ignoring her. Look, one of my friends is a professor. He might be a little bit more schooled in the world of Heshmala than I am.
Professors know things, and, well, perhaps he could show me the way to Heshmala.
Yes, or perhaps we could read you a fairy tale. Either way, it's your decision to follow us or not.
I don't seem to have anything else to do. Is everything dead here?
I don't know. We'll see when I find my party. They might have had something to do with some of this death. You never know.
It reminds
If you
me
see
of
something big and scary, there's a good chance that it's fake. Just remember I told you that.
I think I fought dragons before. They're big and scary, she's saying as she's walking along like a crumbling wall leading into a cemetery. She seems to be really nimble.
You fought dragons and you're here to tell the tale? Somehow I find that hard to believe.
I think it was an undead dragon. It was scary. It's dead.
Are you trying to convince me or tell me that you're talking rubbish?
Well, I'm trying to recall it all. There are gaps.
I think the gaps in your memory are big enough for continents to go into.
What's a continent?
It's a big landmass. You read about it in books. I don't see it nowadays, but...
Heshmala has a big landmass.
Yeah, see? There you go. But I'd say we have to find my party first. I'm not convinced that what you have can be explained by me under these conditions. I need some, shall I say, specialized feedback from somebody with lots of books. Luckily, I know just such a person.
Do you have a healer?
Do I have a what?
Healer. In your party.
Yes, we have one. Scruffy old guy. You might like him.
I think something bad happened to my head.
Why is that?
I went somewhere. I was on a mission. I don't remember.
What kind of mission?
No, I just know that I need to get back to Heshmala. That's what I'm
Right.
trying.
Right. To be fair, I'd like to get back to Heshmala too. I don't see that as much of an option for me.
Do you know which train I need to take to Heshmala?
None. None of the trains are running. Didn't you see? That's why I'm headed back. I was headed somewhere too when the trains aren't running.
Why are we wandering around the graveyard?
We're looking for my party. Like I told you, they'd be around here somewhere. Just listen. We might hear them. We might not, in which case I'm a little concerned. They seem to make a lot of noise most of the time.
All right, so you're wandering around the Grey District. Did you get directions as to where they're going, or are you just hoping to run into your group?
I don't know if Zephyros got directions as to where they're going. Did they tell him?
I think the job came after you went to the Pearl
I
Cantina.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's just going to wander around then and see if he can find them. And
But you knew enough that he was getting there. Maybe he was there for the. Let's have a look at the journal. Nope, that's not helping out. Let's look at the stream summary.
They visit the Pearl, they're hailed as heroes. You were there for that one, right? And you were offered them a job. Okay, you actually know where you're going then.
Okay, I was about to say, otherwise I'm going to have to cast like a divination spell, like locate object or something.
I think it was at that point where you headed off while they were going and searching around for.
Okay.
Yeah, then the party returned to the slough. They did the whole Magnolia House thing, and
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so you know kind of where to go, or at least they're going to something called the Dead Warrens. If you have knowledge local slough, you might know where the Dead Warrens are, just because you're a wizard.
I'm checking. I don't think I have knowledge local slough. No, I don't.
Okay, knowledge religion.
Knowledge religion I have. $15.
Yeah, you know the general direction to go.
Okay.
And you begin walking towards there. Let's go back to the Dead Warrens. And I think we just finished the battle where Malbut died and Vrieg had died. The professor has taken control of 2 undead owlbears. Oh, Professor. Poor Malbut. Where is the professor? He shouldn't have been in front like that, says Henry.
In hindsight, goodness, what a mess.
Oh, let me get rid of this for you. And the professor pretends that he's casting magic while actually dismissing his spell.
Ah, yes.
She also goes and kind of taps Malbut in the head and goes running back into Ludo.
Oh, he's really most sincerely dead.
This meat is bad. He's pointing at, Tech is pointing at the carrion golem, which is, you've pulled apart, I think. You pulled the tail and the cat's eye off of it.
Yes, but some of the meat needs to be saved so that we can put it back together for the Tiger Man. Find all the tiger meat and put it together. That's our goal. Oh, Tech, you're not looking so good.
No, he's not, right? 65 damage to gone.
Because he went to -1.
Right.
Yeah. And then got slightly healed. Yeah. He's got 12 hit points left.
Tech does not feel good.
Yes, you're not looking good, buddy. We should.
Tech is damaged.
Yes, we'll need to get you fixed up. Unfortunately, Mr. Fix-It over here is dead, so we're going to need to gather up the things that we need and head back towards civilization.
We should consider coming back, says Benny.
Coming back.
Nonsense! We've killed the wizard here. We need to find the wizard's treasures.
Well, we still haven't. There is still a necromancer.
Well, perhaps he's not home.
I hope not. Let's take what we can and get moving.
Okay.
All the tiger bits we do need.
Yes, of course.
I don't think we want to go back empty-handed or without at least 2 empty hands.
Alright, so in this particular room you find a magical dagger, which I've given the pleasant name of Malbut's Demise. We'll say Manny's Malbut's Demise. He pulls the bloody dagger out of its hands. I guess the Darrow are small, so the dagger is small.
A fitting name.
The Darrow had a wand, a cloak, a headband, a ring, some sort of unguent in its pocket. In this particular room, you find a very large jar filled with black onyx, 30 pieces at 50 gold pieces apiece. The professor says, "Oh, probably used in creating zombies and undead. Onyx is a good spell component for that.
Yes.
You find a total of 3 masterwork sets of mortician's tools. And an expensive piece of equipment. Although it's not magical, it is scientific, and it's a magnifying glass.
Oh yeah. Right.
Which might
Grinding lenses is actually difficult.
Yep. On the book, on one of the shelves in this room, you also find a manual of considerable note. We'll call it a Manual of Fleshcraft Constructions, or at least that's its title. The tome contains formulas and instructions to craft the following constructs: homunculi, necrophidiae, carrion golems, and flesh golems. It's basically a necromancer's journal on how to create golems from the leftover bits of creatures.
Nice.
The manual, it's not a typical manual where it doesn't automatically burn up when you create one of these creatures. However, if it's referenced during the construction, it reduces the creation cost of those specific constructs by 10%. So you do find that. On, what was his name? Cabbagehead?
Yeah, Cabbage Head.
Cabbagehead, the raging pugilist that you guys killed rather effectively.
Yeah.
Where's his body? Oh, he's way up there. He has got a magical belt. An amulet, magical studded leather armor, and 3 potions in his pocket. All in all, with the components that are in this room, back in the other room, and you've got about 750 gold pieces of alchemical components, and then 750 gold pieces worth of spell components. Which...
I think we're going to want to put these in a wheelbarrow, Professor. I'm not sure how we're going to get past all the bones. Do you have any ideas?
Oh, well, we could probably turn invisible, although I'm running out of those things.
Sure.
Perhaps we could,
Still have my fancy key.
Zephyros, how are you getting past a bunch of skeletons looming, lingering at the bottom of the stairs?
That's a good point. It may be a non-issue by the time we need to get to a wheelbarrow. This is going to be awesome.
Zephyros?
This Bastani woman, who's...
Sorry, I just lost your connectivity to you guys there. So, do I see...
See what?
Do I see the skeletons?
Yeah, you can see them all
you were
milling
saying
around at the bottom of a staircase. They seem to not be going up the stairs, and there's quite a bit of them.
There's quite a bit of them. They seem to be very nicely clustered around, don't you think?
This reminds me of this place called Askren.
Really? How so?
I remember skeletons in the snow.
So Zephyros is probably going to just drop a fireball smack in the middle of all these skeletons.
That makes sense.
Roll damage for your fireball.
And Esri's got those boots of lightning, so she can just shock the whole pile of them if needed.
If she still
My
has
fireball.
Good point.
1d6 point of fire damage per caster
No
level.
reason to think she
I
does.
am a 6th level wizard.
Yep.
So 6d6 points of fire damage.
I think there's a bonus there too
because you are an evoker. I think it's
Correct.
3 maybe.
If I can get to the right place on my spell sheet, that'll help. Yeah, +2 damage. 66 +2. I mean, they're not going to have spell resistance, right?
Nope.
So that's 26 damage.
So even if they made their saves, that's 13 damage.
You guys hear a roaring explosion and a bunch of bones flying everywhere.
Do they do that in Askren? He asks her.
Hide.
There is, I remember that spell.
You do?
Ball of fire. No, I've never cast that spell.
It's fireball, actually.
There was a wizard in our party as well.
Did he throw fireballs?
Probably.
Well, if you remember it, then he must have, right?
What is this place? She says as she's sneaking in.
I don't know, but I don't generally like skeletons, so they might as well die. Again.
Alright, so everyone after hearing the explosion is cropping a hide.
What in the hell?
This is a pretty big place.
Oh, maybe the necromancer is home, says Henry. He gets into this. Where is he going to hide? He's going to hide under the table. Because he's small right now.
So the Zephyros won't be able to squeeze through these passageways, right?
Oh, you could squeeze through them.
Do you wanna? You're nice and nimble, right? You can move pretty quickly.
I could sneak ahead.
Maybe you wanna take a look.
There's some kind of dead gnome over here.
Dead gnome. See if you run into somebody called Manny or Ludo.
Manny? Ludo? What strange names you have in Grand Station.
Or Professor Henry or Ferose. Or Ferose, sorry. Or a Melbot.
No, just dead gnomes.
Be careful, there might be traps.
Big dead mosquitoes. Hello?
Big dead mosquitoes.
There are big scary dead owlbears.
Owlbears. You know what an owlbear is?
I've seen an owlbear before. Maybe fought one.
You fought a lot of things.
You fought one in Askren.
This place reminds me a bit of Askren.
Well,
Although warmer.
You're not seeing anybody in there?
I did not see anyone else. It smells of chemicals and shit.
Ah, yes, it smells like a dungeon.
Been in a couple of dungeons.
Zephyros starts to squeeze through,
Okay.
and he's going this way.
Alright, you can hear two people speaking in Fant. Kind of like looking through bottles and checking on things.
I can hear people speaking in Fant.
No. Zephyros and Ezri are speaking in Fant.
Okay.
The party that's hiding, thinking that a necromancer has returned home while they're at like 10 hit points apiece.
Excellent. Go see what's out there. Do you think she can fly along the ceiling sneakily?
She lands on the table. It's a virus and some lady.
Professor, call off your dogs, shall we say? Your
Oh
owl
yes, I
dogs.
suppose they're dog-like. Here, Scruffy and Muffles, or whatever you call them.
And it's entirely in character for them to make up new names every time.
Right. Yeah, they're so obedient. It's not even their names. Crawling Claw gives him a thumbs up.
Zephyros, back here!
Is that you? Oh, we've come to the right place. Come, hurry along now. Zephyros squeezes through. Oh dear.
The
There's
professor
nothing
made some new
there.
friends.
Ah. Can I see this owlbear?
Yep, yeah, they are skeletal owlbears. Don't worry, they're under my supreme control.
They're pretty cool, I guess.
Professor's really small.
That's reassuring, Professor. Somebody I want you guys to meet. This is Ezri.
Yeah, we have some bad news about Malbut.
Wait,
But we
what?
found some parts of this Rakasta.
What happened to Melbit?
Yeah, he died. He was stabbed and electrocuted.
Is the Bastani safe?
Well, it's complicated.
Does your master not trust us, catfolk,
What?
to bring back your compatriot,
You know my master?
the old man?
Darshan?
No. Do we remember? What was that guy's name?
I'm trying to think.
Wait, do you have something to write something down with? I need to write something down. She runs over and she stops and she sees Malbut, and then she
I mean,
grabs some paper, and you notice
bleeding.
her write down the word in Bastani. I don't know if you guys read and write Bastani, but she writes down some name.
I'm sure I do not speak Bastani.
those are cool scribbles, cat lady.
Neither do I. I
So-
don't speak Bastani.
Who do you work for? What?
And then she finally
Leave her
realizes
alone.
what she ran into. Like, there's Tech who's leaning against the wall. Is that a Kreen?
Yes, this is Tech Sirach Gigat.
It's our sweet boy Tech.
You know a Kreen?
Yes.
Know him.
This is Tech Sirach Gigat.
I am Tech Sarakigat.
Maybe I need to say it slower.
Kreen are very vicious in Hashmala.
Yes, Tech is very vicious here too. It's good that he's our friend, isn't it?
She backs away slowly, and she's...
Sephiroth explains that she's got memory problems to everybody.
Oh yeah, something bad happened to
and
my
that she
head.
thinks she's from, and that she thinks she's from Heshmon.
Well, yeah,
from
your
Hashmala.
ears are in the wrong place. You must have got hit pretty hard.
She quickly checks. No, they're not. she flicks her tail, and then she's saying hello to Pixel.
Does Heshmala ring a bell for me?
Yeah, knowledge planes,
I got some of that.
knowledge nature.
Plus 13
knowledge
on
religion.
pretty much everything.
Which one are you rolling?
I'm gonna go with planes because I know about ether pearls.
Yep.
And they all have different names and 20.
Yeah, Hashmala is not part of the constellation known as the Great Wheel. It might exist, but it's sort of a fabulous land where the Fant and the Bastani and the Rakasta came from, as well as other inherited races.
The home of the Fence and the Bastani and such.
Yes,
Lost to the mists of time. A legend.
not lost.
Yes.
Not a pearl that we know of.
My master and I, Darshan. She reads the
Ah.
piece of paper that she just wrote on.
So she wrote Darshan.
Yes,
What does that mean?
it's my master's name. He is an oracle of light and life.
Oh,
Okay.
where
you
is
help
he?
He's in
We listen carefully. We need one of those now.
He's in Heshmala.
Did he teach you any tricks?
No, I'm
This guy here is dead. He was alive 2 minutes ago.
more of his protector and friend.
Curses.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Are you good at trade?
Am I good at what?
It's okay.
Never mind.
He lived a difficult life.
He was
This one.
pampered.
I think my name is Esri.
It is now.
She nods.
Zafira says, while we're getting all these introductions out of the way, could somebody just tell me what we're going to do with?
Do you want to see what I can? And
I can cast gentle repose on him.
She kind of disappeared mid-sentence.
What just happened there?
I have seen visibility up, but she's not. In.
Later invisibility.
I need perception checks.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, damn! She is good. Perception.
What the? Where'd she go?
I'll tell you where she went. You know, I think you just showed me I wasted an invisibility spell.
She's just showing off.
30?
031.
Whew. Okay. If anyone has scent, you kind of smell that she is going to move by. Oh, parlor trick, she just turned invisible. No, I didn't. She's at the doorway.
Oh, how interesting.
Can
Hey.
you sneak?
What do you got in there? She says to Ludo as she briefly might have saw your ink cap familiar looking up at her.
Pixel,
In where?
Pixel lights up on my fingertip,
Yep.
turns the light off, and then I hold up my hand and she hides behind it.
Yep.
And then heads over behind Ezri.
Nice.
Ludo's going to put on a big spectacle of bringing Chelsea into his hands and exposing her across.
You are a party, aren't you? I remember the same sort of displays with mine. Well, not the same, but... So you don't have a healer then?
You're looking at him
No!
face
You're
down.
looking at him.
48 stealth on that.
Oh! she scrambles into the room. Fairies.
Yes, we are. And deadly ones.
Technically, I have-
You notice her looking at your forehead. You're a free fairy then.
No, I'm very expensive.
That's not what that means. She's
What do you think this is? Never
Is
mind.
anyone truly free in these pearls?
She shrugs. Try our best, I suppose.
I think we should probably leave this place because the necromancer may return, and we're not feeling all that hot right now.
The necromancer?
Necromancer, but possibly.
She looks frightened.
Yeah.
Yeah, necromancers are scary.
The necromancer tries to murder pearls where I'm from.
I think you may be thinking of a different necromancer. This one is called Rolf, and he just knits bodies together like that and make them walk around.
Ew, gross.
We're looking for more of this. I hold up a Rakasta tail.
She reflexively kind of holds her own tail for a moment. That's
We need
gross.
the other parts.
Why?
Because we were paid to return them to an old man who misses his kin
Or
and threatens war if we don't.
Oh. You never told me, Fant, that you're heroes.
Gaken of
Aye.
Thousand Bones.
I don't think we're heroes. We're jerks. We just...
Of course we're heroes, and renowned professors, and students of the arts, arcane and divine. Well, mostly arcane, some divine. He waves his hand
Yeah, you're
specifically
right.
at
But what do we
Manny.
identify as?
So we're standing around in a necromancer's lair because we're looking for dead body parts.
Yes,
naturally, right?
She nods.
it seemed like the place to find them. Also, we knew that Rolf bought the body. And Rolf isn't here. I point to the various bodies. These are
Allegedly.
Rolf's helpers.
It looks like we missed all the fun.
Well, you missed a dear friend dying, but yeah, fun.
No, there's plenty of fun. I'll hold up the tail again. We need the other parts.
I suppose.
Where are the other parts? Do you know?
If you see Rolf, tell him McShay sent you.
I don't know what any of this means, she says.
Come on, let's get this stuff. There's a wheelbarrow out front, and if I heard correctly, there are no more skeletons in the entryway.
Yes. Yeah. Were they?
Your
Were you
friend.
keeping them there? Were they there for safekeeping? Did I accidentally destroy something you wanted?
Oh, well, I suppose these
It
two
sounded intentional.
elders were good enough.
Oh yes, that I don't think we were going to take them all.
No, I suppose not. We could have used a big horde of skeletons, though.
Could you control a big horde of skeletons?
Well, yes, of course. With magic, you can do anything.
You think I don't know magic?
Well, then fix Malbit.
With magic, you can do anything. Do you think I restore every dead hobgoblin to life?
You just have to have the right magic, don't you?
Correct.
Fair enough. All right. Take the good stuff. Take the bad stuff that's part of that body, and let's get out of here.
And Sephiroth will pick up Malbit.
Oh yes, can
Yeah.
bring Malbit.
Is he for keeping or for eating? Fucking Makarov's
Oh,
been,
that's just
been goddamn quiet
that's
for a
just
long
not
time.
putting in your thing for now.
There is this.
Did he
there's
leave any funeral money on his body? Is he insured?
eyes wide from Ezri as she's seeing the talking bag for the first time. What is that? She steps away.
Oh, poor Malbit. Malbit's not for eating, is he? Please don't make me eat Malbit.
If anyone's bad at searching, start trying to figure out what some of these things are.
I like stuff, says Ezri.
Yes, let's find some stuff together. Oh, this should be
careful.
fun.
There's one of those little critters that go away.
Oh, yes. Manny?
Manny bumps Ludo.
Yeah, yep.
Yes, excellent, excellent.
I'm on it.
We'll follow behind you and search. Tech, be careful, but feel free to come along.
Yes, my queen. He limps along.
Or guard the professor, maybe?
I will
Yeah,
guard the professor.
guard the
Oh
professor.
yes, I have many things to do out here, collecting all these unguents.
Alright, so yeah, me and Pixel and Ezri and
Do you have a cat in your pants?
Technically, yes. But
He's also
technically all over my body.
She's just waltzed in here, joined the party, started searching for shit. I mean, why not, right?
Why not?
Ludo's going.
Your fan friend was very nice and helped me out.
how exactly did you two come to know each other anyway?
Oh, we were in the big elevator thing you have.
The lift, yes, the lift.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Down into the slough, which is the lower area, from the plateau, which is the upper area.
Well, I arrived by train. I needed to find a map back to Heshmala, so I went to visit this sovereign king of yours. I figured the best place to get good maps would be the leader. So I said, "Take me to your leader," and they took me to the leader.
Poor dear, you have such bad timing.
I managed to speak to him, and he let me use his map room. He was curious about where Heshmala was, as was I. I didn't see any maps about Heshmala, and he, well, just sort of did his own thing. I guess as kings are busy. So I helped myself to the map room several times after that, after he showed me where it was. The king died. The queen...
Have you some maps with you then?
The maps in the map room are not, how should we say, easy to remove.
Sure.
Some of them are carved on mahogany, maybe pine.
You said you arrived by train.
Yes.
From where?
A place that I'm not sure, really.
What was the name of the train? Do you have a ticket?
No. Was I supposed to buy a ticket? Oh, that would explain.
Yes. Of course, you're sneaky. Documentation. How unfortunate. Anyway.
It was a place of death.
Yes, there are a lot of those. My home is a place of death now.
I